So welcome to the new range of transmitters in Solman. This is the range that we call 320, replacing the range 310 that we launched in 2013, so 11 years ago almost. And we replaced all the three instruments that are in that range. So the CPE, we have the new model, the C310, we have the replacement model, and in the coming weeks, we will also launch the ATE, the new version of the AT310. Okay. Plus, we also added new probes. We add more features, new technologies on these devices. So we have improved a lot the portfolio and the offer to the market. So now we are gonna go through all the new features. It's a lot of information, so please ask questions as you want. But we also have all this presentation and the documentation available right after the webinar. Okay, so don't worry for the information. We will have it with you as soon as we are done. So just to remind you, Solman has a global mission, which is providing solutions for the regulation and monitoring of the air monitoring systems, both in industries and also in critical environments. So this particular range is designed to be used in critical environments, so clean rooms, hospital rooms, surgery rooms, and so on, because they have more requirements in terms of accuracy, in terms of type of signals that they need to acquire from the instruments. So this is the perfect match for this niche market. Just to remind you, Chemo was acquired by Solman in 2015. So since then, we have been merging the two companies, building a huge group, keeping the know-how from both of them. From Solman, we keep the knowledge and experience of the BSC systems through the condensate pumps. And Chemo is bringing all the knowledge of metrology, measurement techniques, manufacturing, highly accurate measurement instruments, so we can provide solutions that fit the market needs in terms of regulations. Okay? So this merge was really good for Chemo and good for Solman in both ways, because we leverage the knowledge of both companies into one single group. So with this in mind, we wanted to renew the instruments, the class 310, with adding more features. Technologically speaking, they are more advanced. We have new displays, we have new ways of communication with the instrument, and I hope that it's going to be clear throughout this presentation. So starting with the first one, the new C320, is what we call the multifunction transmitter. It's a box-sized transmitter. We keep the ability to be multifunction. That means that we can connect different probes at the same time on one single device. That has a clear advantage because it allows customers to use with one single transmitter multiple type of measurements, simplifying installation and being more efficient in terms of cost. So with this in mind, we kept in this new transmitter the ability to put up to 2 external probes. We have 2 inputs for probes. We have also internally the input for pressure modules, plus, the relay module that we had in the 310. We have it also in the new range. We have also that new wireless communication. It's an optional thing. You can communicate through Bluetooth with the instrument using your phone through an app, or using the PC as well, Bluetooth, to do the configuration of the instrument. We also added internal data logging. It means that the instruments are able to record the measurements internally, and you can download the data through the app or through the PC software. So you can feed this data into an EMS system in case there's a failure in the EMS. So we keep a backup of the measurements all the time. And the user doesn't need to do anything. They just need to download the data in case of need, for example. It's done automatically. That's one key new feature that we added into the new products. Another key thing is the fact that we have multiple outputs. You know that the 3310 had both analog and digital outputs. Now, the digital output is by default activated on the product. So when the customer buys the C320, it gets the Modbus activated by default. And in the coming months, we will also add the magnet protocol. We're working now on that thing. Another remarkable feature that we have integrated in the new products are the screens. Bigger screens, which are touch and color screens. So means that the way that we can interact with the instrument is different. There are no more buttons on the instrument. We just need to touch the screen and then we access to the channel, measurement, or to the menu, or to the graph. Or we can also acknowledge the alarm. We also have visual alarms by changing the color or the background of each channel. So this is really a good feature to integrate because we ease the visualization of those alarms, for example. We also have improved a lot the mechanical side. Now we have IP66. Before it was IP65, so we have increased the rate of protection on the instrument. The front face is also BHP resistant. BHP means vaporized hydrogen peroxide. That's the cleaning agent used in many clean rooms, for example. When they clean the walls of the clean room or the machines, they use this type of chemical, which is really aggressive. Now, these instruments are ready to withstand against this BHP application. We also have integrated by default the function SQR3. That means the function that allows you to calculate air velocity and airflow, and now also exchange rate through the pressure differential measurement. So it means it's not anymore an option. When you get the product with the differential pressure inside, you get the SQR3 as well. Going on to the CPE, it's basically the same new features that we have on the C320. We keep also from the previous range, the previous generation of products, the front face pressure connectors. So you can calibrate the instrument, for example, from the front face. You can also connect from the front face to the PC with a cable. And obviously, the same thing, internal data logging, multiple outputs, adding the digital output as standard, touchscreen, and more importantly, we have increased the accuracy of the measurement pressure. We now have 0.3 Pascal as accuracy, which is really one of the best in the market today, not the best. So these are the new features that we integrated into the new products. We have also new probes, starting with the differential pressure modules. We have two new boards. Okay, the one being from -50 to 50 pascals with this high accuracy range. Okay, so the C320 can now have the 0.3 Pascal range, accuracy on this range, meaning that it's one of the best measurement accuracies in the market. Then we have also the 250 Pascal module. So we basically enlarge the range of measurement of the old SPA to 100 up to 200 pascals. We keep also the same accuracy as before. So more range, same accuracy on this module. When it comes to humidity and temperature, we have two new probes. The heated humidity probe, which is meant to be used in harsh environments where you have high level of humidity in the air. So there's a risk of having drops on the sensor. So when it's heated, like this one, that risk is eliminated. So there's no risk to damage the sensor regardless the high humidity levels. So you can be perfectly between 95 and saturation, and the sensor is working perfectly fine. That's suitable for those applications. So food industry, high demanding ventilation applications, for example, drying processes, and so on and so forth. We have also a new humidity probe. This is meant to be used together with the new CPE in clean rooms. This is a flash mount humidity probe. That means that it goes together with CPE on the panel of the clean room. So the CPE can show and send the measurements of humidity using this probe. The installation of this probe is really awesome. It stays neatly on the panel of the clean room. It's almost super discreet. It has also a front filter that allows this probe to be used also in VHP environments. So same thing as the CPE and the CP20. They are resistant against the VHP, the vaporized hydrogen peroxide. So this is the same thing. This filter allows the probe to be ready to resist this cleaning agent easily. So there's no problem for that. The response time, even though we have a harsh filter, is quick. It's pretty quick. I mean, it's one of the best in the market as well. The new hot wire probe for air velocity measurement has been also improved. Okay, and now we have air change rate as well as a parameter that it calculates with the instrument. So not only you have air velocity measurement and airflow, but also air change rate. This is a value that is more and more used in the market today to ensure that your ventilation system works properly fine. We have also remake the IAQ probes. So the CO2 probe, are now different. We are using much better sensors now. And we have also added to this range of probes the VOC probe. So now we have a complete range of IAQ probes for normal ventilation applications. Okay. Now, the probes have been also redesigned in the sense of the cable. Now, the probes have all of them detachable cable. That means that the probe can be installed easily on the system, on the ceiling, on the wall, inside the machine, whatever. And then you plug the cable to the probe and then to the transmitter. So the installation is really simple. It's easier than before. There's no cable that you need to bend in order to put the probe inside the machine. You just need to put the probe and then connect the cable. It's super easy. The cable has also two auto-locking system connectors. So it just click on the probe and it stays still. You need to twist the ring of the connector to disconnect the cable from the probe. So that means that this cable is always mandatory with all these probes. So whenever you code the probe, you need to add the probe cable all the time. It goes together. Without cable, there is no connection with the transmitter. Okay? So you need always to add this cable into the quotes to your customers. Okay? On top of this cable, we have two extension cables, one being 5 meters and then the other one being 10 meters length. So in total, you can add the normal probe cable, which is 2 meters, plus 15 meters of cable, up to 17 meters. It's perfectly fine. And like before, now all the probes can work with this distance without any issue. And I really tested myself, so it's really something working perfectly fine. for the new probes. So remember, probe cable is always needed, plus optional cable extensions, 5 and 10 meters. Okay? We can combine those two, plus the probe cable to make 17 meters maximum. Okay? That's the main one of the main features that we have now on the new probes, the touchable cables. It makes the life easier for our customers, much easier than before. So I will show you some applications where we can actually offer our products, this new range, our new range of transmitters. You know them, but I want you to see which could be the combination of products that we can offer for these applications. Okay, just 4 or 5 examples, really simple, but I think it's gonna clarify things up. So first application, clean rooms, typical from us. We can offer the CPE if the customer wants to have a local indication inside the clean room or on the door. Okay. Normally in clean rooms, you measure the differential pressure and humidity inside plus temperature. So in this case, we can offer the CPE plus the new flash mounted probe. Okay. So those can be installed inside the clean room together, or for example, the CPE outside and the probe inside. So from the outside of the clean room before entering, you can read the value of the pressure and humidity as well, easily. And the installation would be, again, really neat because the probe is small and it really, you don't really see it if you don't look at it. So it fits perfectly the environment of a clean room. Another solution would be offering the C320 plus the normal humidity probe. Nothing. That's fine if the C320 is installed on a cabinet next to the clean room or a technical area. How about on the ceiling, for example? That's also typical installation, which is also fine. But it depends on the taste of the customer, if they want to have local indication or they just go with a normal classical transmitter size box, then they put it on a technical area. Air handling units. For this, the CP20 fits really well because being multifunction means that the customer saves, at the end of the day, cost in installation of different transmitters. Because with one transmitter, they can measure at 5 parameters. So that's really important. Cost efficiency for them in timing, less timing to install the products, the transmitters on the system. Also, cost-wise, it's also saving a lot of money. So typically you would use pressure or airflow plus humidity. And if it's a harsh environment, you could use a heated probe to avoid condensation, for example, when you are on very wet environments. Some areas of Asia are very wet, and you want to have this high performance probe. We can also install CO2 probes, for example, on the exhaust, so you can control the OBOC probes. You can control also the air quality that is inside the system, so you know if the handling unit is working properly, feeding sufficient air inside, and the filter sections are correctly installed, for example. Another typical application of our products is specific machinery for clean room industry. So for example, machines where you fill vials or you vaccines into the right containment area. You need to control the air velocity because you want laminar flow inside. You want to control also humidity levels to avoid to make sure that it's really aseptic or sterile environment. Okay? So you this is the right choice because you combine those two measurements, airflow and humidity and temperature. So it's really one of the reference instruments in many OEM customers we have everywhere. especially for clean room industry, pharma, biotech, and so on. Also, having the new heated probe, combining this probe with a temperature probe, we are able to target food industry or industries where you have drying processes. For example, tiles, bricks, I don't know, many things, plastics as well, where you have product which is really wet and you need to dry it as quick as possible in the right way. So monitoring the humidity levels in the environment is really a key thing. So with this new probe plus the transmitter, you can do it. You can provide the solution for the customer at a lower price point than the competition and even better performance than them. So it's really a good solution that we can offer to our customers in this market. And just for summarizing all these new features that we have applied to the new transmitters. So basically, this is the first transmitter range that we launched at Sowerman. So we have put all the experience, all the industrialization experience from Sowerman and the expertise of Kimo together on one product. So combining 45 plus years of experience, we offer a range of products that can measure all the important air parameters in critical environments. Okay? So no one in the market has the same level of quantity of parameters in one device. They are scalable instruments, so means that you can tailor the solution to its customer, to its application. We provide complete communication package, so we can combine analog, Modbus, wireless, relays in one single device, plus accessories to install these new instruments. We have also improved the performance of these instruments, being IP66 and BHP resistant, means that we are 100% sure that they will perform well in harsh environments. Film industry is not always that clean. We have improved also the accuracy of the sensors, adding new technologies in our probes and also in the electronics of the transmitters. And of course, the wireless feature also enables you to interact in a different way with the instrument, and also having data logging, it's also a game changer. So it helps to comply CFR regulations and DXP regulations. So it's combining all those new features make great our products. Now you have access from our website to all the technical documentation, okay? Data sheets, user guides. You can also have access to the pictures in high resolution, so you can make your own communication material. You can also download ours, but you can work with your own material with our pictures. You can also the brochures. Remember, we have product brochures, which are mainly product, and also, which is interesting, application brochure, where you have information about how our products can be used in the industry. So it can give you more leverage with your customers having these two type of brochures combined. This is really important. This is accessible from our website to everyone. So it's really important for you to play with those tools. Okay? And of course, if you need more detailed training with exhaustive information, we can arrange those sessions one-to-one. Okay, it's not a problem for us. We can do it. We do it actually very often. We can also provide to you different material to do training with your customers, commercial presentations. You need them. We have it. So just ask what you need, and we will try to provide you those tools. Okay?
This is the contact, for us here, as you know, Xavier Book is actually the global product manager. He's not just taking care of APAC, but he's also taking care of the whole globe, covering America, covering Middle East, Africa, and also Europe. So for me over here in the APAC region, you can contact me, since all of the participants today comes from Asia Pacific. So if you have any questions or you have any doubts, you have any projects going on, you can actually contact. This is my email address, because today the participant is not just coming from India, although a majority of it is coming from India. There are also customers from other countries like Indonesia, from Japan or from Korea, So, and one more thing I would like to share with you all, okay? Let's say there is a country-specific requirement, because each country has a different requirement specifically. So if you have a country-specific requirement and you would like us to actually cater to it, we can actually discuss and see what we can do on it to fulfill a requirement. Like what Javier has mentioned, we have specific articles that we can add into the configuration of it. Or if, let's say, the article is not available, or what you request in your country is not available, we can add into it depending on what is being required. I remember on one of my visits to Japan, we have a Japan approval body, whereby you have your own requirements, and there's also a participant from Japan. So if you need to discuss on it, you can email to me, and then we can see what we can do to help you out. All right. And of course, to all the other countries which is not English friendly, meaning, if let's say that particular country is not so well versed in English. So if you request for specific country language like Japanese or like Indonesian or like Thai language, we can actually discuss about it, what is the requirement, what is the volume, of course we can cater to it and we can discuss about it. But most importantly is the communication. Please, note down my email address, and we can discuss further on specific requests. This is not the end, this is just the beginning of our first webinar for product. Like I've seen, participant from India, you have quite a lot of questions about handheld equipment. So maybe in the next month or the next 2 months, maybe we would organize another webinar specifically for handheld equipment. But then again, handheld equipment, we have so many types. Maybe we would pick one very famous handheld equipment, maybe combustion equipment, for example, or maybe other types of handheld equipment, depending on the request and also demand and how much we are selling in APAC. So we'll cater for the large volume, but do not need to be worried. For each of your country, we have channel partners to take care of your requests. And rest be assured, in India is well taken care of by Gandhi. Amco India. You can contact him. He has stocked up a lot of stuff in on our behalf, so that's why we are happy. Glad to work with him. And for those from other countries, if you have any problem, issue, or whatever, feel free to email to us. Right?
Thank everyone for attending today. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Freya, for organizing this webinar. And I hope to see you all very soon. Thank you very much.